And a lot of people get to ask those questions. Business owners, intending business owners, if you've been seeing our ads, you get to know we're talking about different reasons why your best talents can leave. You understand? So we're going to be taking a snippet on some of the reasons we got from online viewers and also people who made contributions as to why best talents leave. So also you can also drop your comments, also make your own contribution as to why you think best talents leave. Don't fail to drop your comments too. Okay. So what first thing I'm going to ask you, if you have a reason, you think you know a reason why best talents leave the organization, why you think you would leave an organization, please just drop it on the comment section. I would also read it out for others to see. But from what I have here, from the feedback I got from responses from online, one of the reasons why I'm reading it out to you guys so that you can also get to share in the knowledge that has been posted over the last few days. Now, somebody said bad bosses lead to toxic work environments. Oh wow. And nobody wants to spend the majority of their waking hours in that. Oh, that's true. Bad bosses leads to bad working environment. So if you have a bad boss, then your working environment is going to be bad. Okay. Another person said people don't leave bad jobs, they leave bad bosses. Wow. Still talking about bosses. Okay. Now, most of the time an employee, still same person, I'm explaining further. Most of the time an employee has an issue with a company. It is something relating to their boss. Wow. Another person said not valuing employees or appreciating their contributions. Inflexibility in breaks, lunch time, work from home, sick days, family leave, and further education. Oh wow. Did you guys hear that? Hello, are you guys with me? Are you following? Did you hear most of the things I read? These are really mind-blowing and an eye-opener for some of us. So technically we've been talking about bosses, bad bosses, and from the comments we've gotten so far, it's all been about bosses not being able to handle the network is having some hiccups, but if you can still hear me and if you can still follow, just keep dropping a hi so that I can know you're with me. Happy Sunday, Joker. Happy Sunday, Solomon. Oh, good to have you here. Please drop a hi. Let's know you're following us and you can hear us. Okay, now someone just sent in this saying that they have said it in all honesty. Now, responding to the comment I made earlier, and this person is saying as part of the person's contribution, saying not appreciating the work of your employees out in to see your company grow. Okay, not appreciating the work your employees put in to see your company grow, because if they put in the same energy into their personal development, they may not be working for you but building their own business. More so, even as you don't appreciate them, you always find fault in their littlest shortfall. Not paying them their due. Wow. I don't think if you don't pay employees what they are due, what they're entitled for, I don't think you would want to keep that kind of, or rather, that kind of employee would want to stay with you. Don't you think so? Well, for me, I don't think any employee would want to stay with you in that kind of situation. So I quite understand where this comment is coming from. So okay, so still reading more comments coming in. Not paying them their due, also not encouraging them to be better while acknowledging their growth. Oh wow, that's amazing. When they confide in you, you go and spread the news like conjunctivitis. Oh wow, that's another one. Okay, so the employees expect employers to be like a mentor, like a coach, and they should be able to keep to whatever they discussed so far. Oh, I can see Fanuel, are you there? Are you there? If you're there, please type a hi. Let me know that you can hear me and you can see us. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So these are some of the few questions we will be, or rather, the few contributions we will be able to take at the main time. But we will need to just get right down into business. Now we've talked about why your best talents leave. The first question is, what are your best talents? Who are your best talents, rather? Who are your best talents? How do you even identify who a talent is? How do you identify your best talent? How do you know your best talents? These are questions, these are things we should be talking about before we talk about why the best talents leave. Now, a lot of people have had different misconceptions about talents. A lot of people have different misconceptions, and a lot of people have said different things about talent. Now, but the question we need to ask is, what is talent? Now, I know from the dictionary meaning, Google and everything, talent basically means special ability or aptitude to do things. That is what Google means, or rather, that is what talent means from Google. It's simple. It is basic. It is not so much of a difference. Sorry, just hold on a minute. It is not so much of a difference. It is that simple. It is that simple. It is just a special ability or aptitude. It is the natural ability to do something well, to be able to do something differently. That's why you see some people who have special skills, special talents, maybe in driving, in being an admin manager, being a procurement officer. They just know how to go to the market and price things. If you give them a project, they can execute their project for you very well. Some people are very good with handling people. You see these talents and you say, okay, these are talent because it is natural for them. Some people are good salesperson. Yes, let's use sales now. Some people are naturally good at sales. Some people can sell anything. Just let them understand it and they can flow. They can sell anything at all. So these are natural aptitude that you can see that can make people feel that, okay, these are special talents that we can see. But the word talent itself has metamorphosed from ancient times, from different times. We cannot just say talent. The word talent became relevant to business and to management in the 19th, 20th, 21st century. Okay? But talent can also be referred to a domination of weight used by the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Greek, even the Romans in the ancient people. They use it as a talent of weight. You understand? That's where the word talent came from. But talent became a monetary unit when it was first used in the Bible. I remember when talent was, I remember reading through scriptures for those who are believers. We had in Matthew chapter 25 verse 14 when the leader, the owner of the house needed to leave, so he gave his his servants different talents. Some he gave them 2, some he gave them 5, and some he gave 1 talent. And that's what the word talent was used in the scriptures, and it became a monetary value. Now, talent management is a top priority in every organization. Every organization needs to know how to manage talent. They need to understand that if you get it right at managing talent, half of your business decision is solved. Half of your business organization's problem is solved. You will sleep well because you know that people are going to be handling your business. It's like putting round pegs in round holes and square pegs in square holes. So, but the Greek version uses the word talent, whereas the New English Bible translates the word from talent to translated that word talent to capital, and that's where you get some HR personnel and HR professionals using the word human capital. You understand? From the translation from the Greek word talent to the new Bible translation of talent into capital. Now, a lot of human resources person use the word human capital. That's where the term human capital development came into existence, and that's our priority for today. We want to learn how to first identify the right human capital, then now how to develop them and make sure that you retain and you keep them, so you don't lose people that you're not supposed to lose, and you don't retain people that you're supposed to train to be better, rather than just retaining them to leave them at their barest minimum. Okay, so like I was saying, just a little throwback on history. In the 13th century, talent wasn't even as a result of money, it was as a result of an inclination or the disposition. In the 15th century, talent was related to as treasures, it was related to as riches, mental endowment and natural ability. Even in the 17th century, talent was related to special natural ability. That's when it was getting closer to being an embodied human capacity. Talent was basically an embedded attitude or special ability. Then in just take for instance your mental superior order, to say, okay, this person has a mental power, a more superior ability, a more superior order as compared to others. So that's why that's how they saw talent in the 18th, 17th, 19th century. It was later in the 19th century that's where they started having talent as a full embodied talent method, whereby you can describe somebody as talent ability. You can describe somebody as having talent, or someone who just have that mental capacity to handle so much. And that's how individuals started looking out for people who have this special skill, who can help them to restructure, manage, implement and execute great strategies that are being dished out on a daily basis in different field and in different industry. But now we're going to look at the types of talent in an organization, because the truth is, if you do not understand that there are different types of talent in an organization, you might not be able to identify talent. Now, a lot of mistakes, these are common errors and mistakes that young entrepreneurs make. Even team leads, they make these mistakes. People who aspire to be leaders and who aspire to be team leads and who at the end of the day open up their own company, they make this great mistake. And what is that mistake? When they say somebody being efficient at this particular point, take for instance a person who is naturally good at sales, is a high performer, does very well at sales, and another person who sucks at sales. They see the person who is naturally good at sales as the talented person in the organization, and the person who sucks at sales as the not so talented or not talented person in the company. But that's not true. Everyone is talented. You just need to identify the talent of your staff, where this person is talented in, or rather talented at, and where this other person is talented at. Then you can now segregate, then you can now develop or build up your workflow to suit this capacity, so that whenever you're employing people can easily just find their roots in your company, and that's how they can grow faster. Now, one of the types of talent, we have different types of talent. I'll just narrow it down to a few. We have the leadership talent, which are for individuals that probably in summary, leadership talents are individuals who see the future. That's the truth. That's the bottom line, the summary of it all. Leadership talents are individuals who see the future. So when you have someone in your company who sees the future, who's talking about the next 6 months, the next 1 year, the next 2 years, the person is looking at strategic positions, how you guys can align as a company, what you guys can do, how you guys can outrun your competitor, how you can best your best, how you can take the company from point A to point J, how you can move from here to there, how you can expand, how you can increase in capacity, in production, in revenue. That person is a leader. That person has leadership talent. Now, leadership talents are usually sought after by your competitors. So when you have somebody who always talks like that, who always reasons like that, who makes this kind of comments, makes this kind of contribution, things like this for the company, know that that person is a lead. That person has what we call leadership talent, and you should start trusting that person more with what you do as a leader, or what you do as a team person, or what you do. Let's talk about what you do as a team leader now, or as a business owner. When you see such talent in your organization, you need to start talking to them about your vision more. You need to start telling them about the company's vision, the idea, the ideologies, where you would like to see the company. Start building that kind of rapport with that kind of person, because that's the only way you can really get that person to come out and give you mind-blowing strategies that can skyrocket the company from point A to point Z. Then secondly, we have key talents. Key talents are key personnel. They majorly range between 2 to 5% in an organization. They are majorly between 2 to 5% in an organization. They're not so much, but they are key. They handle key roles, sensitive roles in an organization. So when you see anybody who is trustworthy, somebody who is very much confidential, who can help you handle your mess, these are key people in an organization. When you see these kind of people, know that they are key talent. They might not be so good at a lot of things, but when it comes to key information, key materials, key documents, things that are very, very important for the company's growth, they are able to help you micromanage it in such a way that it doesn't go out of proportion. Those are the kind of talent you should try to build. When you see them, nurture them in such a way, give them opportunity to handle key areas and key positions in your company. Now, then we talked about the third one, which is the core talents. Now, remember we talked about key. Key is different from core. Now, core talents are individuals who perform the core business. They execute the core business of the organization. That means they carry out the important things in the organization, what the organization needs to thrive, what the organization needs to succeed. They are like the operations staff. They don't necessarily focus on okay, great. I'm getting more comments coming in. Just keep the comments coming in. Keep the comments. Okay. Keep the comments coming in. Okay. Like I said, we're talking about core values. Now, core values are people. If you have core talents, these are people who take charge of the day-to-day runnings of the organization. They are key people who handle and execute the core competent areas of the organizations. Core areas that are important to the organization, to take the organization from point A to point B. They are executioners. They're majorly production staff, operation staff, people who take the day-to-day. They don't necessarily focus on the long term. They don't necessarily see the future. They're just interested in the 6 months to 1 year of the organization. How can we meet our target for the month? How do we run this promo? How do we make sure that this ad works? Our manager, our MD, the CEO has said to us that we need to open 2 branches, or we need to open another branch in a more industrialized area. How do we do it? How do we bring it to pass? We're not making enough money. How do we make more money? How do we ensure that this Easter promo gets to the right people? How do we micromanage all of the things that we need? These are core people. These are people who would run with your vision. When you see any of your employee or any team member who is interested in, sir, ma, what do we need to sort out? What we need to sort out. They are more interested in day to day. Sir, there's no fuel for tomorrow. There's no diesel. We have it. We just have diesel that will take us for the next 1 week. How do we quickly get diesel? How do we do this? When you see people asking you those kind of questions, they are more interested in, okay, sir, what do we do to get this sorted? Those are core talents. And when you see those kind of people, hold them. Now, when you see those kind of people, what do? Start building. Like somebody said, the reward for good work is more work. Now, start building that kind of competence around them. Start entrusting them with more responsibility that has to do with the operational administration of the business. Start entrusting them with things that can Keep them on their toes in that regard. Don't entrust them with things that has to do with the vision of the company, where the company should be in the next 3 years. No, they're not competent for that. Their competency is basically on the day-to-day, the 3 months, the 6 months. Creed Web just joined us. Kudos, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, like I said, keep them on that pace while you develop them for leadership, while you develop them to be a core talent person, a key talent person, or even a leadership talent person. But you already know where their strength is, and that strength is they are core talents individuals. They're in the core talent circle. Keep them, build them there, give them more responsibility that has to do with core talent, that is core talent in clients, so that they can function very well. Then we have the last one but not the least, which is the peripheral talent. Now the peripheral talent comprises of third-party providers. They are essential, but they are not so necessary when it comes to the core of the business. But they are very essential, but they are not so they are not core. So when you find people who are peripherals like that, keep them, build them around that peripheral. People who they are not so, they just want, they try to give you the extra, maybe like your gardener, your cleaners, if you get a cleaner who has more of a core mindset, know that cleaner is a core talent. The person should not be doing a peripheral job. Instead, encourage that cleaner to move up from being a peripheral talent holder to a core talent person, which is truly his or her competent area. You understand? That's how you see CEOs of banks taking up their security men to become managers, because the truth is those managers were actually core talent owners. They were actually key talent owners. Now you've built them, you've taken them, you have identified them, and you've taken them to the place where they can truly thrive and succeed. So the reason why, part of the reasons why I'm outlining all of these talents for you is so that you can understand that there are various types of talent in an organization, so that you can also identify you should be able to identify which talent is this person, what talent does this person possess, and place the person rightly, place the person correctly. And in another situation, you will not be using, or rather you will not be placing somebody who, or someone, or a staff or an employee who is a core talent person as a leadership talent person. If you do that, you're going to be frustrating that person. The person will not be happy. And now, you don't want your staff not to be happy. When they are not happy, they will start losing the satisfaction on the job. And when they lose the satisfaction, they are looking at the exit door. So, but when you are able to identify this employee A is a core person, and employee A is working in the peripheral department, peripheral talent department. Once you identify that person, the right thing to do, the next thing to do, in fact, it's important you do that as soon as you can. Move the person quickly from the peripheral inclined department to the core talent inclined department, so that the person can function well. Once the person fits, once the person gets to that core talent department, sees himself, it becomes a natural habitat for the person. The person just naturally flows. There are people who like training. They train people for a living. Like, if I don't pay them salary, they enjoy it. The salary I pay them is just so that they can be able to meet up with their friends, keep body, and so, meet up basic life expenses. But you see, they love, like, they can offer their service at extra time at no cost. Those are people who love training. Now, you can't put somebody who loves training and hates sales, or rather who loves training and probably do not like administrative work, to be an administrative manager. You're going to end up frustrating that person, or the person is going to end up converting your your administration job into a training job. So instead of the person administrating, making sure that all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, the person will be training other people. Do you get? The person will be training other people. Do you understand? So these are things that we should look at from. Okay, these are things that we should look at. Wow. More comments are coming in. Thank you. So, like I said, you see, now that you have been able to identify, like, that we have the leadership talent, we have the key talent, we have the core talent, we have the peripheral talent. You should be able to sort out what's it called now? You should be able to sort out different areas and categories of people in your talent, in your organization. When you go to work, when you see them, when you see your team, you should be able to identify who should fit into what and why they should fit into the department that they should fit into. Now, how do you retain your talent? Haven't identified, or rather haven't been able to identify your talent. Now, you have someone who is a leadership talent, and the person is very much in the leadership role in your organization. You have somebody who is a key talent person, and the person is very much in the key talent role in your organization, playing the key talent role. The person who is in the core talent is playing the core talent role. Now, how do you now retain these people? How do you retain them? Because it is one thing to get them into their position. Remember, you're not the only person. Your competitors are also going to see you. Your competitors are also going to see them. How do you now retain them? How do you now retain them? That's a very big question. So it's one thing to identify and place. It's another thing to retain. So now we're going to be talking about that. If you have comments, you please drop it on the comment section. By all means, please drop it on the comment section so that we can go right on. But one of the ways I got some outline while I was also reading up some stuff some years back. But the truth is, there are several ways you can retain. There are several retention policies, retention strategies that we can use to retain talents in an organization. But I came up with 8 ways we can retain talent in an organization. And one of the ways to retain talent in an organization, considering what we discussed earlier, from when I started the intro, when I read out comments from people as to why best talents leave organizations. One of the ways to retain your key talent people is, remember, everyone is a talented person, so there's no non-talented person. So one of the ways to retain is to acknowledge a job well done. Okay? Acknowledge a job well done. You have to acknowledge your people. When someone does a job that is good, acknowledge it. Blow the person's trumpet. Make the person understand that this job that was done was well done. When the staff who comes late all the time comes in early, acknowledge that person. Hey, John, you came in early today. Well done. That was great. That was good. Oh wow, you closed the deal on time. Oh, Aishat, that was amazing. Tolashe, you finished that job. You finished that task. Victor, you handled that responsibility very well. Oh wow, I liked the way you handled that client. That was excellent customer service. Give your people accolades. Give them kudos. Give them a thumbs up. To you, that thumbs up might just mean nothing. It might mean absolute nothing. That is to you, but to them, it means a great deal. It means a lot. It's a great deal. It's a big deal. You know, it's a big deal to them. You understand? Because the truth is, when you don't do it right, you also tell them, no, you did not do this right. You did not handle this right. So when they handle it right, why not comment? You know, so that way you give them opportunity. You ginger them to want to do it right the next time. They will be more careful. They will make sure that they check it, they double check, even triple check before they execute, because they know that when they do right, you're going to appreciate them. If you do not appreciate your employees, you say, what does that mean? I'll just pay them. No. If you don't appreciate your employees, if you don't tell them job well done, trust me, you're creating a crack. You're creating a crack in that employee. And that is not necessary. That could have easily been avoided. Always tell your employees, always tell your team members, always tell people who you work with well done for a job well done. Appreciate them. It is very necessary. Second thing is reward top performance and help improve poor performance. Reward top performance. So it is not just one thing to say, well done, awesome, great, he's doing well. No, fine, it is good, but also reward them. Take them out for lunch. Buy them surprise lunch. It will not cost you anything. It will not. It will save you a great deal at the end of the day. You know, there was something I did one time. Then I had a project. I was working on a project, and one of the project team personnel that was working with me on that project did something amazing and helped saved us some costs. And at the end of the day, when we're done, I just called her and said, hey, come here. That was great. That was smart move. And I brought out one special pen that I got from one event. I said, here's a gift. It's for you. That's your pen. Start using it. And she appreciated it. She liked it because the pen is actually very, very nice, you know. And that was it. I didn't even have to. But guess what? Guess where I'm going to? 3 days later, another staff came to me. I was like, sir, I saw the pen you gifted Mrs. XYZ. Please, can you gift me that pen? I really, really liked it because Mrs. XYZ came and told me about that pen, that pen is a special pen, and she got the pen from me. So it made me realize that, oh wow, for me I was just giving out a fine pen which I could easily get anytime, but to her the pen made sense as a reward for being outstanding, being able to save the company some level of cost. You understand? And it dawned on me that people appreciate gifts, people appreciate rewards. So the rewards can be in gift form, it can be in points form, it can be in bonus form. Oh, keep the comments coming in, Thank you guys. So a lot of people are sending me messages on my WhatsApp platforms, so that's why I'm getting the comments on the WhatsApp platforms. Please come on Instagram. You can drop the comments here on Instagram, or is it network? But you're on Instagram. For Noel, you're here now. Why are you dropping comments on WhatsApp? Okay, like I said, appreciate them, reward performance. When you do something, reward. It doesn't have to be so much of a big deal. It doesn't have to be big. The reward does not have to be major. Just appreciate. Reward with something. It might be bonus. You say, okay, I'm giving you 50-point bonus. It can be 20-point bonus. It can be a trip to XYZ location. It can be, okay, benefits, you have lunch. It can be a little gift, whatever it is, whatever works for your company. But have a reward system in place to reward high performance. And also, do not forget, find a way to help improve poor performance, because the truth is, when you try to reward only high performance and you sideline the poor performance personnel, remember they also have talents. They might not be good at the moment. They might not have fully discovered who they are and what they can do. So it is your job as a leader, as a team player, as a team lead, as the head of department, the head of the unit, to improve poor performance. Call them, find out why they are doing badly, find out what can be done, find out what with the challenges they have, and see how you can help them improve on that performance. That way, you step by step, you coach them into becoming great leaders and great performers. Now, one thing again that you should do, the first one we said, acknowledge acknowledge the job well done. Secondly, we said reward great performance and improve poor performance. Thirdly, promote from within. This works like magic. Now, when people know that you are, when they come into a company, they look at the start to the finish. They look at the starting line to the finish line and say, okay, I'm starting up as a customer service person. In the next 2 years, what can I achieve? Is there opportunities for growth in this company? Can I grow from being just a customer service person to be a regional customer service person, or to be a business manager, or to be in charge of whatever? You understand? Just develop a structure that welcomes growth, that welcomes people being promoted. And whenever you have promotion, whenever you have openings, always promote from within. In fact, I would recommend business owners create promotion within. Create a system for promotion within, even if there is no platform. Just say, okay, people in the sales team, we're going to be having a new sales assistant leadership, in quotes. I'm just using that as an example. You understand? Just create something that looks like promotion. Of course, add something to the pay. Do you understand? Instead of just giving a pay raise, add something. Give them a new name. Rejuvenate the name. Make it more fun. Add it like a promotion. A senior sales manager, a senior customer service person. So there is a difference. The person knows. The person comes to work the next day and says, I am not a customer service person. I am now, or rather, I came in as a customer service person, but now I am now a senior customer service person, in quotes, or I'm now a senior sales lead. You understand? You need to always put up things that will make people feel like they are. There's a platform for promotion. People are getting promoted. That is the only way they can see themselves coming in the organization. So it doesn't look like they are stagnant. Do you understand? They come in year 2020. By 2022, they are now senior sales lead. By 2024 or 2023, they are deputy managers. By 2027 or 2025, 2026, they are regional managers. Remember, your company is growing. Grow your team. As your company is growing, grow your team. Okay? So that's what you should think. Then, quickly, I haven't said that promote from within. Now, don't be a fun sponge. That is number 4. Don't spoil the form in your organization, in your team. Your team members should not see you and everybody's trying to rush. No. Do you understand? Don't spoil the fun. We'll be taking a break soon, okay? So that you guys can rest, you guys can chill, then we can get to ask questions, okay? But don't be a what's it called now? Don't be a. Whenever your team, they are trying to do whatever they're doing, come in, crack one or two jokes, make one or two jokes, get them excited and say, okay, but Bola, please make sure that you submit that report before you leave, and say, the person will laugh and say, okay, boss, okay, ma'am, always spice up your team. Don't always bring them down, okay? And we're almost out of time, so we'll be continuing from here in our next session. And when we have our next session, we're going to continue from here. And I trust that by then we'll have more questions to come in, we'll have more contributions, okay, to come in. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. We're going to be taking a break by 6:66. Okay, yeah, so it's 3 minutes to 6 p.m. So we're going to be taking a break by 6 p.m. So if you have questions, if you have contributions, so please do well to drop your comments, drop a contribution. If you're not following us, please, it's Linux Support. Follow us on Instagram, on all our social media platforms, so that you can get prompt notifications and updates as we keep updating you on our programs and future programs that we hope to get. So the idea is to get people to be connected. The idea is to get people to understand what it takes to handle a business, understand what it takes to handle people, understand what it takes to be at the top of your game. The bottom is overcrowded. The enjoyment, the beauty in every organization is at the top. So you must be at the top of your game. That is where the benefit is. The bottom is overcrowded. Don't stay below. Don't stay down. Learn, get something new so that you can improve your crafts. You can be the best at what you do. And that's what Linux Support is all about. And that's why we're here to give you the wherewithal. We're here to support you. We're here to give you the necessary knowledge